Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 in my batch tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about air level. Or not air level, sorry. I was just messing with air level, working on some stuff with it. So I'm kind of confused on that. We are going to be learning about variables. So variables are pretty much what your game depends on if you are making a game. If you don't have variables, you basically practically have nothing in your game that's worth making. So I'm sorry I haven't published a video lately. It is just that I've been really busy here and there working on stuff. I have a Minecraft series I'm working on, another series, and then this one. So it gets pretty hard. So I deleted our other file because we don't need that. Because we're going to be making a new one today. So basically, what you want to know is in variables, you can do basically anything with them. You can add them, you can subtract them, you can multiply them, and you can divide them. So let's say I want to add a variable. Well, I can't just add it. I have to have a variable. Now, let me explain what variables are first. Now, basically what variables are is anything it can be a number or a word that the game can go to any time and can be changed in the game at any time. So I can set a variable that can be set. And I can, whatever my variable name is going to be, it can only be one word though. It can't be like da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to name my variable life equals 100. So now my life is 100. So I can say echo percent life percent. And again, whenever you have a variable, if you put, this is my variable name, because life equals 100. So if I put my variable name, which is life, inside of these percent signs, it will automatically display the variable. So it won't display percent life percent or life. It'll display 100. So let me just show you this quickly. So as you can see, it displays 100, not life, but 100. Now if I just type in the word life, and I just maybe put equals. If I just type in the word life, it won't change it to variable. Only if you have percent life percent. Now let's say if I wanted to add it or subtract it or multiply it or everything like that, I can actually do that very easy. I can do set /a. With /a, I believe, I'm not really sure what it does. I just know to use it. I kind of look to it as like the adding and subtracting code. So you always type if you ever want to add, subtract, multiply, divide, you type in set /a. Whatever you want the new variable to be called. So I can type in life minus, or I could just type in life. It doesn't matter what I type in here, but if I want to take away 20 from my life, the easiest way to do it would just to be set /a life equals percent life percent. So life equals 100, or whatever your life equals, minus 20. So now it will take away 20 life from me. And now if I display life, or I could just type in percent life percent. You now have percent life percent life. Okay. So now I open this up. I have 100 life. You now have 80 life because it takes away 20. Okay. I can also do the same thing. I could add life. So now I have 120 life. I can also divide life. I can divide life. Say life equal percent life percent divided by slash means divided by. I'll divide by 5. So now I will go down to 20 life. 20. So I have 20 life now, and I can also multiply it. Which to multiply, you use an asterisk. So I can multiply it by 5, and I'll have 500 life. I can also type in codes like if percent life percent is less, LSS stands for less, and GTR stands for greater. So if percent life percent is less, then we'll say 0, exit. If percent life percent is greater than 150, exit. Okay. Now, what I also can do is I want the user to set their life. I don't want to set it myself. I want the user to do that. I can do set /p life equals. Now, what this basically means is this means the user sets the variable, not you. Normally when I type set, I'm setting the variable, but now the user will set it. I can put this right here, and I can enter in this, enter your life. Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of this because we're done with that. Now, the user will enter in their own life, and this basically displays text, and then they can enter in whatever they want on the same exact line. So now let's say I don't want them to be able to have any more life than 150. So what I'm gonna do is last time we talked about colons, this is like a separate section. I'm gonna make a separate section. So I'm gonna say if %life% is greater than 150, go to menu. And right up here, I'm just gonna enter an echo life between 1, or actually I make it 0 and 150. So if %life% is greater than 150, go to menu, and then if %life% is less than 0, or else in 1, no 0 because the head can enter in 0, go to menu. Now I can display the life. So let's say enter your life. I say I had enter 900 life. That's way over 150. It'll loop around. If I enter in 0, it'll let me enter in 0. But if I enter in like -1, it'll loop around. So those are very useful tools, and you'll be using these variables a lot of times. I can also set, I don't have to set a variable number. I can do set chest1 is open. Okay, and then chest1 will be open. And I could do if %chest1% equals open, go to chest already open or something like that. But what if my variable like set name equals user number 1? If I have a variable that's this, now this does work. You can have the name of the variable cannot be more than one line, but what the variable equals can. So I can do echo %name%, and what will happen is it will display user number 1. And again, the user can enter in their own name. So I can enter in /b name equals enter in your name. Okay. And now they will enter in the name. So no matter what it is, I can enter in okay. Now the one problem with this is if you want to do like if %name% so they can't make a name for something, equals go to menu, and we'll create menu again. Now the problem with this is that if I enter in, and you'll see, actually I didn't make this work, I'll enter in echo name %name%, just for this to work. So it displays the name and pauses the screen. So the problem with this is since I can enter in this, and it will exit out on me, and it will show an error message because this right here, this text, is telling me that you can't have, the user can't enter in a name that's more than 1. Doesn't have a user can't enter in any name that has a space in it. Now I can change that. I can put parentheses around name and around my answer. So if I put it around the variable and around the name, now when I enter in a name like this, it will work. And let's say I didn't want them to enter in HHH, and don't worry, this will probably be a different color, just don't mind that. Now if they enter this in, it'll loop around. So that's a really good thing to use. Another thing you can do, which I don't know if I talked about this last video, is there is an automatic variable in a batch. It's just %random%. And this code is very useful because it makes up a random number. So I can enter a random number, then go to menu. There's no other, well, there is other variables that are set, but this is the only variable that is set that will give you a random number. So if I open this up, keep on giving me random numbers, and I should actually, that's how you make a matrix, by the way. I'll just enter and pause here. Now what I'm going to do is when I open this up, it'll keep on giving me random numbers of any amount. Mostly they're higher up numbers, but sometimes they're not. So basically, variables are used in the entire game. You can use them to set players' life, to set player status. You can set as many variables as you want and use them in almost any way you want. It's just that easy. So I would definitely recommend, if you're making a game or you're starting out in Bash, you use this, because this is going to really help you. But I mean, even the basic games like quiz games, this is going to help you because you need these variables, and if you don't know how to use them, then your game is as good as nothing. So I definitely recommend, if you do not understand this video, you can just leave a comment in the description saying you didn't understand it or something like that, and I will try to make another video that will help you about variables. The next video, I'm not sure what it will be on. It'll probably be about making your game. Probably, I don't know what I'll call it actually. So we talked about the basics. I'll make it getting more complex or something like that. Just because we have not really scratched much of the surface on Batch. I mean, you've learned a pretty good amount in 2 videos. You already learned how to program variables, and you've already learned pretty basic stuff on which you can make your game. And that's really most of the code you will use. Trust me. Most of the codes I use are basically like set/p commands, CLS, echo, and set. Those are probably some of the main commands I use. But we'll be learning codes like call, choice/c, error level, and all those fun things, ping localhost, and things that will make your Batch game more interesting. And you will definitely enjoy, and will help you in your Batch game. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.